Today we're continuing our look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse action figures. Now today we're going to look at the Batman Who Laughs, and this is part of the collect to build set of figures, and there were 3 of those in this initial wave of DC Multiverse figures. Those included Nightwing, the Batman Who Laughs, and Batgirl. Now today we're going to be looking at this guy. I believe, if I'm correct, this is the first figure, this is the first action figure of the Batman Who Laughs ever made. And I know there have been several statues and things of that nature, but this is the first action figure. And this guy is a relatively newcomer in the DC Comics world. He's he's Bruce Wayne with Bruce Wayne's kind of body, but kind of morphed with the Joker. He first appeared in the miniseries The Dark Knight Metal from, I think, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. So this is one of their creations, and you can see he is a very evil looking dude. So let's get started. Of course, this, since it comes with the collect-to-build figure, the box is a little bit wider than the normal DC Multiverse box. You get a good look at the figure in the box, and again, I love these boxes. These are really cool boxes, especially from the side. You get the cool DC Multiverse logo, the McFarlane Toys logo, and the action figure that comes in it, which gives it that omnibus kind of spine to it, which is really cool, especially when you have them all lined up together. The back of the box features the artwork that this was based off of, which is the Batman Who Laughs #1. You can see other figures in this set that we already talked about: Nightwing, Batgirl, and of course this is part 3 of the collect-to-build Batmobile. This is this side. Alrighty, so without haste, let's break this guy open and see what he is all about. So here he is, all unboxed. And I gotta say, I don't know if you're like me, but ever since McFarlane started releasing toys back in the, mid-90s, I absolutely love opening those boxes and just smelling the smell of the toy as it comes out. I don't know what it is about the McFarlane figures, but no other toy smells like McFarlane's figures. And I have to take it all in when I open the box. Really cool. But enough of that. Here's the figure. He comes with, as usual, a cool card depicting the artwork that he's based off of. Cool card stock. This one might be a little bit, this card stock might be a little bit thinner than the others. The others are pretty thick, but this one's not as thick. Here's the data file on the back. Pretty cool. He comes with the usual DC logo stand, and you can see the DC logo in there with the one peg right here, foot peg. He comes with a couple of pretty deadly weapons here. Some sort of looks like a meat cleaver type knife. And yeah, I don't even know what you call that thing, but that, I mean, you wouldn't want to run up on that guy in a dark alley, that's for sure. And here is the Batmobile piece. This is just one side of the Batmobile. Speaking of old McFarlane, like Movie Maniacs and his Spawn lines, this figure, if there was ever a company to do one of these this particular figure, it would be McFarlane Toys, because he looks just like something out of the mind of Todd McFarlane. But he's actually out of the mind of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, but he is just super scary and intimidating. Let's get an up close look. You can see some nice paint job there. It's a nice paint job. The teeth look really gritty and nasty. Yeah, really yellow, all kind of, and the red clown face is all, I mean, the lip stuff. What do you call it? Lipstick or whatever you call it. It's all smeared on his chin. Really, really nice. The metal spiked headband here that covers his eyes. How does this guy see? It just looks really, really scary. Really, really super scary. The black leather. I mean, look at the details. Look at the details in this. All the buckles up and down here. All that sculpted goodness there. Sculpted buckles here and straps here. Really, really nice. Like the whole leather piece. It is just a very nice figure. Really well done. Really well done. Just look. I mean, if you get a chance to pick this one up, you definitely want to pick it up. The tattered pieces of his cloak there, or his whatever you want to call it. I mean, I love the way it's a nice plastic like they use on the capes, and the tattered look to the sides. Really well done. Look at the sculpting on the boots. That's cool. The buckle there, the grips on the bottom of the boots, shoelaces, all that sculpted. I mean, they could have gone for a painted look like Mattel sometimes did, or most of the time did, but they went all out on the sculpting on this. Those are excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Just a very, very, very cool figure indeed. My one gripe is a little bit of shading on the hands would have gone like a long way. I mean, this just painted white, you know. I mean, it could be easily fixed with like just a brown, dirty looking wash or something to paint over those hands. But man, that's the only real complaint I have about this figure. So let's take a look at the articulation. Of course, he has the same articulation, the butterfly joints at the shoulders. He can only go so high because of the cloak piece right here, whatever you want to call it. That's about as high as you're going to get him to go there. Does feature some bicep swivel there. He's got the double jointed elbows, which are really, really cool. And of course the articulation at the hands, back, forth, and they go all the way around. Really, really, really cool. I like that. He does have, you can feel it. It's all one piece, but he does have some bend in the underneath this area here, but you're not going to be able to bend him much because this whole thing is one piece. So you're not going to get much bend out of his waist, I don't think. His legs do bend out, but of course, again, this rubber piece kind of comes out, and I hate to bend it out any further and possibly do damage to this awesome figure. At least his rubber pieces right here. You can pull it back just a hair, I guess, and nope. That's as far as his leg will go. Okay. Sweet. He does have the double jointed knees there. And of course he has the McFarlane ankle stuff there. But yeah, I don't care for it, but to each his own. He is one bad mamma jamma. Ready to kick some butt. If I ever seen somebody wanting to kick some butt. Yay. Alrighty, so that is him. This is in the top 3 of the DC Multiverse figures that I've reviewed so far. We only have a few more to go, but this is definitely top 3, maybe top 2. He is a very evil looking guy, very cool action figure. Do yourself a favor and definitely grab this one. And again, unfortunately, Nightwing towers above him. Sorry to say that. Nightwing is a very cool figure, don't get me wrong. He is just way too tall. Way, way too tall. Looking at these two figures together, yeah, the Nightwing's way too tall. His head's a tad too small, too. Especially if you compare him to Nightwing. Nightwing has like a large head, just ridiculously big compared to the Batman Who Laughs. But we're not talking about this particular figure now. We're talking about the Batman Who Laughs. So that's it for this episode. If you want to, hit the subscribe button. Always want to do that. I will put a link to get this guy off Amazon in the show notes below. Leave your comments. I want to know what you think about him. If you haven't, use this episode to kind of persuade yourself to go buy this one because he's really, really cool. Alrighty, peace.